Check, 1, 2. If you can hear this, we haven't broken anything yet. Welcome to Tech Connect Live. And now, here are your hosts, Cory and Luke.
Hello! Did that just work correctly?
Well,
The whole intro, everything?
well, this is the second time we've done it, so yes.
I'm honestly amazed. I mean, it seems like it's going well now. We haven't had confirmation from any of our guests or from Jonathan yet, but it seems like everything is working correctly here. So, hello, everybody. I mean, I assume you can hear us. I assume we were here. I assume that our whole intro
We were
played.
here, but now we're
We're not here anymore. This is actually a recording. It's a live recording. That means we did it. We did it live, but then it was recorded.
I guess you could do it live and record it at the same time.
I mean, that's exactly what we're doing right now.
All
systems go.
Jonathan says all systems go. So welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Tech Connect Live. He is Cory, I am Luke, and we are here to talk about the latest in assistive technology news. And I just lost my earpiece. So.
And we had a break, right? We weren't here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You were in Morristown.
I was Morristown, New Jersey. For those who have never been there, it's a very nice place.
Can anybody guess? Put in the comments quickly here. Why do you think? What is Morristown, New Jersey known for? There's really
That's a good question.
only one.
I'll give you a clue, buddy.
I'll give you 4 clues.
Oh, okay, go on.
That's it. Well, then you're supposed to get it by that.
What? Four clues is the clue.
4 paws.
Okay, so for some reason I was in Morristown, New Jersey. It has something to do with the name Buddy and something to do with 4 paws.
Did you know he named all of them, Buddy? He had like, I think he had like 8 of them or whatever.
I know, yeah, but a little unimaginative, but I appreciate the commitment to the name.
Did you get to see, so you were at the Seeing Eye.
You just literally gave it away.
Because I was going to ask you other questions and my patience ran out.
Okay, sure.
Did you, while you were there, were you able to see they had a stuffed dog with a harness on it? Did you see it?
Stuffed dog with a harness, I think
It's just like a big stuffed dog. Yeah. Last time I was at Seeing Eye, this would have been maybe 5-ish years ago, 6 years ago.
Okay.
You, after we got our dogs, you'd go, you'd take your dog down to lunch or, dinner, whatever.
You ate your dog?
No. I left my dog in the room, and I used the stuffed animal.
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember you telling me about
I walked down to him.
And that's why you're now banned from the Seeing Eye
And
dog
I'm
school?
never allowed back there again. There's video of it somewhere.
Is there?
Because then the dog, because I couldn't, it obviously wasn't guiding me, and so I bumped into a chair, and then I gave it a leash correction. But because it was a stuffed animal, it flew way behind me. So anyways.
I love it.
Seeing Eye is a great place.
Yeah, if anybody ever gets the chance to go to the Seeing Eye Dog School, I highly recommend it because it is a really amazing place. They do a fantastic work with the dogs there. Really great people. The facility is amazing. So yeah, it was a very nice few days.
Put it in the comments if you have a dog guide or if you've been to Seeing Eye. We're curious. Put it in there. What your thoughts? Did you have a great time?
Yeah.
I went 3 times and I loved all 3. It was good, fun.
Yeah, I mean, our long viewers of the show might have seen Harley on the show back in the day.
Hayden?
That's what I said.
Yeah, he would have been in. He was in a video or 2. Yeah.
Yeah, Golden Lab. Yeah.
He is a yellow lab. Yeah.
Yellow lab. Yes. Very nice. Very nice dog. In the chat here, we do have Alicia. Hello, fellas. Greetings from Watford, Illinois.
Hello.
Hello. We do have Jonathan loving the new intro, and then Jonathan replies to himself from Vision Forward Tech Connect account, saying, "Many thanks, Jonathan. Always glad to hear positive feedback when we make changes." So just some inside baseball here. Jonathan, who works here, is commenting in the chat and then responding to himself from a different account.
I've been known to do that myself.
Is this what it's come to?
He's inflating our numbers. So whatever our live stream says, -1 off of that because he's double streaming.
I love it. Shirley in the chat says, "Hi all." Hello, Shirley. Nice to have you with us today. I need to turn down. I'm hearing myself so loud. There we go. That's much better. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Now, 2 weeks ago, when I was at the Seeing Eye School, it was, in fact, CSUN week.
It was.
Corey, CSUN, what does that stand for?
California State University of Northridge.
That is correct.
And I think we all call it CSUN, but it's really the conference of, oh my gosh, I forget. It's a crazy long.
Conference of something.
Conference of Persons with Disability. I forget.
Yeah.
Everyone calls it CSUN because that is the university that hosts it in Anaheim, California.
That's right. And Corey and I have been there for the last 2, 3 years.
6, 7.
Oh no! Please don't start that. Not on this show. So yeah, we have been to that conference for the last 2 or 3 years, and indeed live streamed from the show floor and done special shows. We had Joe Jorgensen on last time we were there.
Yeah.
And that's always been fun. But because I was at the Seeing Eye School this year, we weren't able to go. So what we thought we would do instead is do a wrap up of the show and talk about any new technology which came out. Now, sadly, Corey, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it wasn't necessarily the most exciting show in terms of product releases.
Well, no, and so I think we've said that a few times, but one thing I did realize, and I don't know if you feel the same, is, you know, a lot of people say, well, I don't go because I can just get everything online. But I feel like I feel like I'm significantly less interested in the announcements, trying to look at them after the fact than when we were on the show floor seeing them.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like there is something it does seem to really impact the buzz and everything. So I feel like this year, unfortunately, I just didn't take nearly as much away from it. There's something about doing the demos too, like being able to do a demo with Glidance 2 years in a row. Obviously, that's something you can't, just see online.
I wonder where they are with their latest.
Well, we will have Amos will be back on in May, if I remember, May or June, I believe we have.
You mean he may be on, or he'll be on in May?
He may be on in June or May. I believe he is confirmed, so we'll get an update from Glidance, but.
Well, that'll be exciting.
Yeah. So, anyways, I do think that if you have the opportunity to go to CSUN,
now people have to go to the Seeing Eye School and to CSUN as well.
Correct.
This is getting to be an expensive year for travel.
East Coast, West Coast.
East Coast, West Coast. All right. Well, why not stop in the Midwest while you're there?
Come by us.
Come by us. Come by Vision Forward. Yeah. I would say we're probably going to be the most exciting trip out of those three.
Oh, hands down.
Get to meet me and Corey. Corey will buy you Jimmy John's. So.
That's right. I did say that. And if anybody does want to come to Vision Forward, we will guarantee that you can be on Tech Connect Live if you make the trip here.
Okay. It's been said live on camera, so it has to happen now.
Live recorded.
We also have our Dining in the Dark event coming up in May as well.
May 14th.
May 14th. So Corey and I will be emceeing that event again. So if you want to see Corey and I in person, emceeing.
Just go to YouTube.
Well, that's true. Emceeing an event live, then you can get your tickets to Dining in the Dark. $225 a seat, and the food will be excellent.
Yeah, tickets are live now. Head over to vision-forward.org, and you can learn more if you're local and would like to join us.
What if you're not local? Can you still join?
Sure, if you want to fly here.
Okay.
Again, you can be on the show.
Yeah, be on the show, and then go to the dinner. It would be a great weekend.
Get Jimmy John's. You get a free lunch and dinner.
I should specify, Jimmy John's is not what they're serving at Dining in the Dark. No. Because, then the tickets would be $500.
We couldn't afford it.
Yeah, we couldn't afford Jimmy John's. All right, so let's talk about some CSUN appropriate things.
And I think when we say CSUN, we're also lumping in ATIA. That happened a week or two ago as well. So I think a lot of the same tech, a lot of the same vendors go to both. So
they do.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do my best to manage all of this here. And we're going to start off by looking at the first tab. And that first tab, if I can find it somewhere. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, who are we starting with?
Optaro XL from Eschenbach.
Yeah, so for those that aren't familiar, we had done an Optaro video in the past from Eschenbach, and that one was specifically designed for an iPhone.
Yes.
Right? And so basically turns your device into a video magnifier?
It does. So the iPhone has one major issue, which is when it comes to magnification, Corey.
That it doesn't do it.
No, that would be a big issue. But
no, I don't think the camera's really designed for reading.
Well, I was
right?
I was going to go with the size of the screen. Size of the screen. It's kind of small.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I thought you were asking why did they make the first Optaro to work on the iPhone because there was some. But now I see what you were.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is the iPhone, you know,
yes.
it's fine if you need something very portable, but the screen size isn't that big. So if you're using it as a portable electronic magnifier, you know, it's gonna be okay, but maybe not great for those longer reading tasks. So. In order to solve that problem, we have the Optaro XL, both for iPad and iPad, because it fits two iPads.
11-inch and the 13-inch.
Yeah.
So the two sizes of iPads, it's going to work with both of, or there's a model for each of those.
Yes. So yeah, it's basically taking your existing iPad and then turning it into an electronic magnifier by providing what looks to be a very nicely engineered stand that it sits in, and then it would just be like any other video magnifier.
Well, except yes, and I think one of the reasons that the Optaro has been one of their selling points is it's not using, if I'm not mistaken, it's not using the built-in camera of the device. It's got its own camera,
right?
Which I think makes it a better quality. You know, not that the iPhone or iPad camera isn't good, but I think their camera's more suited for reading tasks and stuff. So I think that was one of the differences. Is you're not buying just a stand to plop it in. You're actually getting a different camera.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking that I remembered that the price on the iPhone model that we had reviewed previously was kind of high. Do we know what the price on this one is?
Yeah, I believe it's 12 or 1,300 retail, if I remember correctly.
Now, I've got to say, so this does give you an 11-inch or 13-inch magnifier, depending on the size of your iPad, but you can get, let's see, you could get a compact 12, an Explore 12 from Humanware for probably the same kind of money. I forget exactly what their pricing is now, but and obviously that device, you know, is a separate device with its own screen, its own internals. Our light just turned off.
Yeah, and I don't think I think
we can't turn it on. Jonathan, hopefully you're watching.
Yeah, hold on. I might have to. I'm going to mute myself and disconnect. You keep talking.
We really need to figure out this issue. But anyway, so you know, this does seem a little on the expensive side. You know, which is a bit of a shame because you would have thought if you're using your own iPad at that point, then they could reduce the price, but it isn't to be so. So yes, a little on the expensive side. Now they do have a video here, so let's go ahead and watch a bit of this video and we'll see what they've got to say about this new stand.
Hey, I just heard that the lights turned off.
Well, and it's good. They're going to keep doing it unless we move that sound panel.
Reading lets us step out of the moment and into another.
No, it's not your fault. It's just I think you've been in here the last couple times.
You gotta be quiet, guys. I'm trying to play the video here. Jeez Louise.
Anyway, should I just turn the light on?
It feeds our curiosity,
I can stay in here and keep going.
sparks creativity, and helps us focus on what truly matters. It turns complexity into clarity and brings the written word to life.
What's included in our new private insurance?
It shows us the bigger picture
It actually has two cameras
without
built
losing
in,
the details that count. In every paragraph, in every line, in every single word. Reading brings light into the darkness.
Wait, what?
Allows knowledge to be obtained independently. Thereby giving us freedom and a richer quality of life. Day after day. In our free time and at work. Optaro XL, reading comfort.
So what does
Yes.
what does
Hi,
the,
Cory. You're
what
back.
does the state? Hello, I'm back. What is the statement? Reading brings Light into the dark? No. What was that statement?
This is what they call marketing speak, so otherwise known as gobbledygook.
Reading brings
Yes,
light
into the darkness.
The darkness.
It sure does. So this video was pretty good. So basically the video...
very professionally produced.
Yeah, very nicely put together. The video did actually kind of sell it to me. So obviously with the 13-inch iPad, that's giving you a pretty big screen.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Now, basically, the stand also has its, as you said, Corey, 2 high-definition cameras built in. Now, I'm not sure why there's 2. There might be one for distance, one for near, potentially.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but then also it does come with kind of the software, so basically an app that controls all of this.
Yeah.
Looking at the video there, the image did look nice and crisp, and it does have OCR built in as well, and it looks like there are...
Good voice, too.
Yeah, good voice, yeah, and there are some gestures that you can use in order to kind of operate the device as well. So it actually seems like a pretty cool product, but again, the price is kind of getting me a little bit, you know?
Yeah, well, good news is we have both the 11 and 13 inch on order.
Okay.
So we will be doing for sure, well, we'll at least be doing a produced or a Tech Connect, one of the two. You'll see it on our channel. We'll do a review of them, and let's compare what is it giving you that that potentially an Explorer 12 can't. I'd be curious.
I would also be curious, or maybe a Compact 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
So definitely interested in taking a look at that. But it does seem like it's very well made, and should be interesting for a full video. All right, next product here. Now this one we don't know too much about.
What's that?
So this is from Low Vision International, aka LVI.
Yeah, this is the new Magna Link Pro.
Very good. Now, quiz question.
Yeah.
Where are LVI based out of?
Europe. Germany? No,
You started with the right. You started with the right letter there. You started with the right letter when
London?
you first. No. You're getting worse. They are based in Sweden.
Oh, well, wait, I said ooh, an L.
Oh, no, you started with a S.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I thought I was going to say L for, and then when you, okay, that's why I kept saying L.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Oh, anyway.
So they're based out of Sweden. They have won design awards before.
My understanding, tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't have enough vision to see the quality, but my understanding is that LVI has always had very good quality optic, like their video quality has always been really good.
Yeah, I would say some of the best video quality out there, but you do pay
price. Is always
some of the best video quality, some of the highest price.
Yeah.
And it looks like that trend continues with the Magna Link Pro. Now, this is a device which is designed to be, it's a camera that's designed to be connected to an external device, and so you can connect it via HDMI directly to a separate screen. And I don't know if you can also connect it via, you can. So you can also connect it via USB as well.
Yeah, I think it's similar to their Magna Link S model, where you can do either into a, if you have a dummy monitor, then you're just going to get magnification and color contrast. But if you bring it into a computer, then I think you're going to get OCR and that stuff. But my understanding, from what I kind of saw about it, is that its biggest feature is that it's super clear magnification at high levels. So, like, I think the two examples that I saw was one was if you were a clock watch, like a jewelry repair type person, or if you worked on like circuit boards and stuff, like the magnification was supposed to be really, really good.
Okay, I mean, those are pretty specific use cases, but yeah, sure. Yeah. According to this, it has superior FHD 1080p reading, distance, and mirror camera.
Okay.
Ergonomic control box with programmable buttons. Software for PC or Mac, including software split functionality. I assume that means split screen, but I'm not sure.
I would think so, yeah.
And then portability, easy to fold and unfold, and comes with a carry bag. So it does have a built-in tray, but it's not an XY tray, although you might be able to get that as an option. Okay. It's just a standard flat tray, and then you've got the camera that kind of folds out over the top of it. Definitely not as portable looking at it as the Magna Link S, which is their kind of student camera.
Sure.
But it seems like it might give better image quality from what you're saying. And the camera is positioned higher, so you would be able to get more things underneath there.
Yeah.
I will say that LVI stuff is always really well made. So yeah, I mean, I assume this will be no different in that regard. And the optics will probably be great, but I do think the use case, seems like it may be a bit limited limited.
I assume with the word pro that it's professional driven, so it's
Yes.
like you said, it's probably going to be a smaller subset. I'm guessing most people would get away with some of their other devices, but if you are somebody who really needs fine detail magnification, the pro might be. But I'm guessing it's going to be a pro price as well.
Well, it's $44.95.
Oh wow!
Now let's
okay, it's
compare that.
it's not as bad as I expected it.
Well,
to be
it's
honest.
kind of comparable, I think, to their Magna Link S, which is their student edition.
Yeah.
And that one is the one which is a little smaller and folds up a little smaller for transportation. That one's $4,000. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty expensive, both of them, but at least the new one isn't that much more than their standard. That's all you can say about that, really. Maybe one day we'll get one of those to take a look at it as well. We shall see. Yeah. All right, on to the next thing. Next up, we have My Board Buddy. So this is coming in hot on the heels of our other buddy.
Vision Buddy?
The Vision Buddy, that's right. We just did a video on the Vision Buddy, and now we have the My Board Buddy. Is it part of the same family, Cory?
It is not
Is this
part-
the Buddyverse?
It is not the Buddyverse.
Not the Buddyverse.
Unfortunately,
That's
it's
sad.
not related to the Seeing Eye Buddy.
Oh God, yeah, we got buddies all over
We
this
do.
episode.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep.
No, I do believe this is going to be for a lot of our teachers. My Board Buddy is a device. I believe they have two devices, the Air and the Go.
Yes.
Basically, it allows a teacher to put this device between their computer and the smart board or whatever presentation tool you're using.
Okay.
And then it allows the student using either an iPad or a laptop, depending if they went with the Go or Air, to then view the whatever's being put on the presentation board, smart board, if you want to say that, and then give you the opportunity to magnify and stuff. So
And that doesn't change anything on the board. It
Correct.
just changes it on the iPad or whatever
Yep.
tablet you're using.
exactly, and multiple
Okay.
students can connect to the same. So you just need one, and then 3 or 4 students could all be connecting to it, and then get their own individualized accessibility.
Yeah,
obviously.
that seems really good. Now, I did say to you that haven't we seen this kind of thing before? And you said, yeah, but previous solutions haven't been that great.
I think, I mean, it seems to be a running issue with teachers. I see it on a couple of email lists, and I quite often see, splash screen doesn't work anymore. Now what are people using? So it appears that it's been a bit of an issue. I think from a school standpoint, being hardware-based instead of software is probably a good thing. So, a lot of schools and organizations don't particularly like putting in software-based screen sharing stuff just from a security standpoint.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Being hardware is probably a good thing. But
There's a little video. Let's see how long it is. We'll see what we got here. 2 minutes. Let's watch a bit of
viewing
it.
a smartboard presentation, you're going to want to watch this. We found this great new device. It allows low vision users to magnify and enhance the smartboard from anywhere they're sitting in the classroom.
This is from our friends at Irie AT, Cory.
Classroom or presentation, but how about something with 100% digital access? How about something that can be used by multiple students simultaneously, so you only have to buy one device for all the students in the class? And best of all, how about something that allows the low vision student to sit wherever they want in the classroom and not look different, but still have a perfect view of the presentation? Let me introduce you to the My Board Buddy Smartboard Viewer. All you have to do is connect My Board Buddy to a smartboard, to a computer, or to another HDMI device, and then everyone in the classroom can magnify and enhance the presentation on their tablets or computer monitors.
So here's an interesting thing, because this is the way my brain works. Like, that is their advertisement, the smartboard.
Yeah.
But all it is an HDMI
It's a box.
box.
Yeah.
So so to me, you could be doing this with a lot of things, right? You could, let's say that you don't have a Vision Buddy and you are watching a movie with your family.
Oh.
You could put this in between your, Apple TV or
and
Fire Stick, and then have your own iPad close to you, adjust, having it, bringing a screen closer without having to sit closer. So I do think there's some other interesting use cases for this than just strictly education.
That's a really good idea.
Even just
I like that.
presentations in our, in an organization.
Yeah.
This would be a great tool to have so that anyone, as you do a presentation, like, oh, here's an
Okay.
iPad if you need to bring it closer, whatever.
So you're going to give us all iPads, I assume, then, Cory?
No.
Okay.
Do you have a visual impairment?
No. All right, well, there we go. My Vision Buddy. Your Vision Buddy.
Does it have a vision price for the My Board Buddy?
My board buddy. I call it My Vision Buddy.
That's all right.
It's very confusing, all these buddies.
I was
We have to choose an option, so let's see. My Board Buddy Go, which is just a tablet,
Yeah.
$2,000. My Board Buddy Air, which standalone gives you standalone monitor option, $2,500.
Okay.
Yeah. So I assume that doesn't include the board, though. It's just using the regular smart board.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. All right, well, if you need a buddy, then My Board Buddy could be the buddy for you. So get in touch with Irie AT if you want to get a new buddy. And if you want a Vision Buddy, get in touch with us. I'm so sorry, the lights have turned off again. We thought we'd fix this problem. Hopefully Jonathan is watching.
Up.
Jonathan will come. Jonathan. Hey, nice job.
We're too low.
We need to move more while we're presenting.
Something like that. Or maybe they just don't put motion in a studio.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
We'll take it.
Okay, next thing up is Be My Eyes. Corey, we've covered Be My Eyes multiple times before.
I love Be My Eyes.
You do? Okay, tell us more about your love for Be My Eyes.
Well, yeah, Be My Eyes is a great service, and they continue to expand it.
Do you want to tell people what it is, just in case?
Well, I was going to.
Oh, sorry.
It started out as a volunteer visual interpreter service so that you could connect with a volunteer anywhere in the world, and they can see through your camera, and you can speak to them through your microphone on your smartphone and get quick help. Then they expanded to the Be My AI, where you could start to use AI and take pictures. I think they were really one of the first to really deploy it, and I think people used it a lot. They also have their, and this is, to be honest, and I'd love for people to put in the comments because I just don't get this yet. They have their large directory of partners where like you can connect to Microsoft's accessibility. I don't understand it. I don't understand why you would use Be My Eyes to do that. In case
maybe you just directly, you mean?
Yeah, in case you just don't know how to contact these people.
Yeah,
is it
just a unified interface?
That's what to be honest, I have not yet figured that piece out. But one of the things they've now added that I think is great is this ability to create your own group, this Be My Eyes group. Because one of the issues with the Be My Eyes service is there are tasks that you may want help with where you don't want a unknown volunteer to help you, right? If it's reading financial stuff or even just privacy in your own home, you might not want them being able to have access to your camera. And so now the ability to create Be My Eyes group, so I can designate who I want to be part of my group. They can have the Be My Eyes app open, and then I can call that group. It's going to ring everybody, and whoever picks up can then help me. And these are people that part of my trust circle. Like if you ever see...
I did, yes. Is it Meet the Parents?
Yeah, Meet the Parents, Yeah, if you can be a part of my trust circle.
Yes.
So I think it's a really cool addition to the Be My Eyes family.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I mean, I assume that you could probably do this through other apps. Like, can you set up groups in, let's say, WhatsApp or something like that, I wonder?
Yeah, WhatsApp would make sense because that would be platform agnostic. FaceTime, obviously, you could if everyone's on iPhones. But I think it's nice to be able to do it right through the Be My Eyes.
I mean, it makes sense from their functionality standpoint.
Yeah,
And
I think then you have and I like that it rings everybody, and so I think it's a natural progression for the service.
Is that out now? Do we know?
I believe it is out now, and I think I don't think it's yet support. I don't know that Meta and Echovision. Well, I know Echovision is not yet supporting. I don't think they are supporting the groups, and I don't know that Meta are yet either.
Okay.
But I assume that we'll maybe see that coming soon. But yeah.
All right, cool. So if you've got Be My Eyes, do the update, and you should get access to that new functionality, and then you can talk with all your friends at once and get them to help you, which will be nice. All right, next up we have got something we don't know anything about. Orbit Research Strata line of Braille displays.
Yeah, what are they are they using a new Braille technology, Pico or
Pieza?
Whatever that is. Yeah.
So that
I guess not new, but
so it's a cheaper type of technology, right?
It's been their kind of jam from day one.
Okay.
Right? I mean, I think Orbit Research has always had less expensive Braille
That's a good point, yeah. So they're all about keeping it cheap. So Let's see. I wonder. There is a quick buy button on the screen here for the Strata 40 Pro.
Oh, yeah,
I want to know what makes it quick. Let's find out. Will it just buy it without asking me any information?
Just a random person gets charged? Part of your Be My Eyes group? Somebody gets charged for it?
Okay, it just took me to a cart and it said my cart is currently empty, so it wasn't actually that quick a buy, really. Yeah, I'm not sure about that button, but let's see what it says here. 40 cell piezo refreshable braille display, cursor routing, fast refresh for smooth reading, USB-C connection, plug and play operation, no drivers required. Works with popular screen readers on Windows, Mac OS, iOS, Android, Chrome OS, and Linux. So basically exactly what you would expect.
Yeah, it's your typical Braille display, but I'm guessing that it's going to come in less than some of the other displays. That was the big thing when the Orbit Reader came out. You know.
Yeah. What was that? That was a 20 cell, right, when that came out?
I believe that was a 20 cell, and I thought I remember, if anyone's used the Orbit research devices, I thought that some people struggled with the refreshable Braille technology.
It didn't feel quite stiff enough or something like that?
It was kind of loud too when it refreshed, but I assume some of that has been fixed and improved upon over time.
I didn't know this, but they have the Orbit Slate 520 multi-line refreshable Braille display. Now, Cory, how much did we've talked about the HumanWare Monarch on the show before.
Yeah.
How much did that cost, you remember?
I think it's about 17,000.
About 17 grand. The Orbit Slate 520, want to take a guess about how much well, actually, before you guess, let me tell you how many lines we have.
I assume it's 5 lines of 20. 520?
You are so smart. That's exactly what it is, yeah. So five lines of 20.
So you're basically buying 5 20-cell Braille displays.
Yeah, guess how much they're charging for this thing.
I tend to want to think it would be less. I'll say 9,995.
It's a good guess, but a little high. Turns out it's $36.95.
Wow.
That's a crazy price.
I'm guessing, though, the Monarch does graphics and everything.
Yeah, this is different. This is more just for multi-line reading, but I mean, if that's what you want, then this is a very well-priced device. I mean, interesting. Yeah, 5 lines of 20. Wow, amazing. All right, so anyway, that's all of it. We don't have too much more to say about it. What the device I want is the 2.540. 2.5. So let me try and figure this out. You have 2.5 lines of 40 cells, so that gives you what, 100 cells in total?
No. If it's a 520, which is 520 cell, let's split it in half. I want a 2.540.
This is so confusing. So it's it's half the size. Yeah, it's half the size.
It gives you the same amount of cells.
Yeah, same amount of cells, but it's half the size.
The device itself is yes, exactly.
If you're confused, please put it in the chat because I certainly am.
2.5. So I want 2.5 40 cell displays.
Cool. Good for you. Cory, you should invent that. We'll call it the Cory special, and it'll be on sale.
Or how about a half 80?
This is getting way too confusing.
So then it's just a half a line.
Doesn't
of
that
80.
only give us 40 cells though? If it's half of 80?
No,
it's only half an 80 line.
No, it's a half a line.
Okay.
Half of a Braille display that does 80, so it's really 160.
This is so confusing. Okay, in the chat, hello. From Alicia, I love Be My Eyes as well. Well, now you'll love it even more, Alicia, because it has even more functionality.
Alicia, if you'd like me to be part of your circle, let me know. We'll be Luke and I will be happy to be part of your group.
I never agreed to this. You can't just volunteer me to be part of the people's trust circles. Wow. And plus, trust takes time to build.
I thought we were in the trust tree.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. All right. From somebody who says, whose name is C. Dunwald, I believe. Yes. Wireless HDMI transmitters/receivers would do the same thing for the iPad TV idea. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder the issue though in that situation is how does the device. The transmitting works, but the receiving would be difficult. If you were doing it into a dummy display, that would work, but how do you bring it into an iPad or a laptop?
I mean, you've got the additional accessibility stuff as well.
You'd have no magnification, no color content.
So I agree with you. Just for transmitting the signal, yes, but then this does do more than just transmit the signal. So, also, C. Dunwald, do you guys have any plans to review the new Idaptic i7? This is I almost feel like we must have paid whoever C. Dunwald is.
I think that's Jay Cormerer.
Yeah, well, yeah. You think it is? It is Jay. Yeah, it could be because next week in 2 weeks' time, our next show, we just happen to have Jay Cormier, or I'm not sure if that's the right pronunciation, but anyway, from Idaptic coming on the show to talk about the i7.
Yeah, April 9th, 11 a.m. Central Time. He has confirmed to be on. We got the new, and hopefully we'll get an Idaptic in as well, so that we can do a produced video.
So yeah, if you're interested in that, definitely tune in. I'm excited to see that product in action. And also, Cory, quick quiz. Do you know what their new AI is called?
I do.
Go on.
Eva.
And who did Eva replace?
Ivy.
Yes.
But it didn't replace.
Well, no, that's a good point.
You can still get Ivy.
We
so
have both.
let's not. Yeah, I have some questions for Jay around the old Eva and
show.
Ivy. So
let's save those for the show.
Yeah.
Okay, from Janet Esmeralda-PX3QM.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have to say.
I wonder if they are a ham operator and that is their ham code.
If that's true, Janet, please put it in the chat. I would love to know. Janet says, I am so interested in Braille that's nice device displays. I have a couple of them and taught how to use them. So I think what Janet's saying is that they are interested in Braille displays.
Yeah.
And has a couple of them. That's impressive that you have a couple of them because they're usually quite expensive. So people oftentimes would only have the one. Yeah, I mean, new Braille devices are always exciting. And the question is whether the piezo cells feel good to you. And we don't know. We don't know that. Alicia says, I am so confused. Yeah, me too. That was in response to your whole new marketing strategy. Yeah.
I believe my math is solid. If you go back, I believe if you write, I didn't show my work, but if you would write it out, I think you'll see that I'm 100% accurate.
I have doubts about that, but maybe Alicia could go and watch the video in slow motion and figure out whether everything that you said is correct or not. Shirley says, what are the differences with Be My Eyes and Be My AI? Do I have to download Be My AI? I already have Be My Eyes on my phone.
Good question. No, Be My AI is part of Be My Eyes. So across the bottom, you'll see those couple tabs. The center tab will say Be My AI. That switches it out of the cited, the visual interpreter volunteer mode and puts it into a mode where it makes your camera live and you can take a picture and then use the AI to get information. So it is built into the Be My Eyes app.
I just realized something interesting, Cory, because we're getting, I just realized what happens is the show is delayed for the people watching it. So they get it, I don't know how many seconds, let's say 30 seconds behind or whatever. But then when they send a message, it's instantaneous. And so the messages that we get end up being about things that we talked about, 30 seconds or a minute ago. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never noticed that before. Very interesting. Okay. Also from Alicia, you both are a team. You work together, so join my group. That last part sounds a little bit like a a little bit like a demand. It sounds like a threat.
I believe Alicia is starting a cult, and she is making us to join her cult.
Okay, sure. Why not? I will say, actually, not to toot our own horns, but we did actually just win an award as a pair. It wasn't just for one of us. It was awarded to both of us.
It was a very prestigious award.
It was.
I do believe a plaque will be involved, which we will hang behind us.
On the curtain, you mean?
Yes,
on the green screen curtain? Okay.
Maybe we'll take a picture and digitally put the plaque above each of our heads and it will float there.
Actually, maybe we shouldn't be saying anything because we haven't actually received it yet.
That's true, they could change. I've seen elections where they do a recount. And so maybe they'll realize.
Maybe there's an objection.
There's some hanging chads. Wasn't that the...
I have no idea what that is.
That was the Bush, Al Gore Bush election in Florida, all the hanging chads. Anyways, continue.
Okay. Anyway, on to the next thing. Next up, we have the very exciting one and only Aira. And on the front page of Aira here, it says, explore and use beta launch Meta Ray-Bans integration. Cory. Yes. What does that mean?
I would assume that there is now direct support for, for Aira within Meta. I do believe, I think they were, to be honest, I believe they were using WhatsApp.
Yeah, before you had to do it via WhatsApp. So I think now you can do it directly. So if you have Aira, and remember, Aira is free in a number of locations, including airports. Are they in like a Costco or Walmart or something as well?
I haven't kept track of the contracts because they changed it. Milwaukee County had it here at a number of different bus stops and things. I'm not sure if that's still an active. We were an Aira access point for a number of years, but unfortunately we just didn't see enough usage for us to warrant because the location site has to pay for the access.
right. So, I mean, for those who don't know, Irie is a visual interpreter service similar to Be My Eyes, but rather than being connected to a sighted volunteer, I put the emphasis in the wrong place. Rather than be connected to a sighted volunteer, you are connected to a sighted professional, let's say, who has been trained in the ways to give information to people with visual impairments, and also they are under, certain contracts and obligations in regards to secrecy, so they should hopefully be a safer way of dealing with your personal information.
And I always found too that if you pay, you're paying for Irie, so if you call them and I've done tests that have taken a couple hours, I don't have a problem with that. But obviously, Be My Eyes, you're not. I've put together an entire desk one time. I wouldn't ask a Be My Eyes volunteer.
Yeah, it's a bit much for a volunteer, for sure. So Irie definitely has its pros. Now you can. Now it is a paid service, so that's the downside. But there are these free locations, like I said, and now you can directly launch that from the Meta glasses. Now there is another thing that I just remembered, Cory, that is new with Irie as well, which is their AI service. So if you remember now, using Irie, you can connect to an AI agent rather than a real agent.
Yeah, and it's using what
DeepMind from Google.
Yeah. What did I forget what that's called?
Is it called DeepMind?
Yeah, I think they had a different name for it. It's not Gemini, but I thought they had it. But anyways,
DeepSeek.
I don't know.
Anyway, they're connecting to Google in some way. Now, Google, from what I understand, is definitely kind of at the forefront of the AI stuff.
Yeah.
So they, you would assume that AI technology should be pretty good.
Do you think has Google surpassed OpenAI? Do you think
they seem to be getting
Gemini
more buzz.
better than ChatGPT now?
Yeah, I mean, especially the coding stuff. Is it Codex there, coding stuff? But anyway, the coding stuff seems to be really good, and Gemini definitely has been getting a lot of good buzz. So. Anyway, the point is you can connect now to an AI agent rather than a real person. Now, I assume there's a cost involved with that, but I wonder if it's cheaper or how that's being managed.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, well, anyway, there you go. Some new stuff from Irie. See what we got next.
Can I say something really quick? And this might be a hot take. It's not really a hot take. I will be honest, I'm surprised that Irie is still open.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be in big trouble just because of the cost around having those volunteers. Yes. So I applaud them. That it's a great service. We pay for it. I love it. But I am surprised that they're still cooking.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they found some kind of business model that's working for them. They did produce their own glasses that you could, use to call Irie, but they discontinued those. So, the cost obviously didn't make sense there. But as a service,
Horizon.
Oh, Horizon.
That's what
well, we had a pair, didn't we?
We did. Yeah, multiple. Yeah.
All right. So next up, we have Case for Vision Ergo. Now, Ergo means therefore, so I'm a bit confused by the name. Or maybe it's short for ergonomic. Maybe that's why.
I don't know because that's good. If you're visually impaired, therefore you need the case for vision.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I like it. They are giving the case. Yeah, whatever. They're giving a case for the case for vision. Anyway,
you gotta play the video because
yes,
it is the greatest theme song that has ever been made.
About that.
Well,
let's just say what it is quick. So the case for vision, this is a case you can connect to your phone. Similar, actually, idea maybe to the Optaro that we started off this show looking at. But this is a cheaper version. It will basically create a stand for your phone, and also there are some mirrors in there which basically redirect your phone camera to be looking straight down, so it turns your phone into an electronic magnifier. We saw these guys at CSUN before, and we did talk to them live on camera there.
Yeah.
And they had a model there that could do distance and near viewing using your iPhone. There's an app involved as well, of course. Well, now they have a new version, and it's cheaper, so it's half the price of their previous version. It's $99. Magnetically connects to the back of your phone, and again, it does provide distance and near, I think, so it gives you all the functionality using the app there. So yeah, sounds pretty cool. Let's watch the video.
You know what else sounds cool?
What? The theme song?
Yep.
All right, well, let's listen to it. I'm going to play the video right now.
I'm making a case for
vision.
A man holds a phone in one hand.
Vision.
My phone almost never leaves my side, and neither does Case for Vision Ergo.
He clicks a slim plastic attachment to
Audio
the back
described,
of his
very
phone.
good.
I can finally read restaurant menus without having to ask for help.
Ergo's leg unfolds to prop up the phone.
The
screen zooms in.
The guy's on leg.
I switched to distance mode to watch TV. No extra gadgets.
Ergo's mirror flips down and angles the phone toward the television, which zooms in on the television screen.
Cool.
It's been a total game changer. Wherever I go, Ergo goes.
With
Ergo
Ergo
goes.
still
I like it.
attached, he puts his phone into his pocket.
Here we go, here we go. For vision.
On a green background, a cheerful cartoon.
Oh, okay, stop it there. It is a great theme song, I have to say.
Been stuck in my head.
I
now.
know, props to whoever made that. So I want everybody watching the show to go ahead and send us in recordings of you singing the Case for Vision theme song, and we will have a special episode where we will play them on the show.
Yeah.
If you can do a musical backing as well, maybe you could do a remix of the song or something like that. That would be great.
You know what? we may put together a little giveaway for this contest.
All right, we have a new contest on our hands, people. Send us in Case of Vision remixes or just you singing the song.
Yep.
We'll play them on the show, and then there'll be a prize.
Case for Vision, when you have a moment, please give me a call. We can discuss
We can discuss
possible
prizes.
giveaway. Thank you very much.
Julie H. I think we know who that is, don't we?
So.
Says MCTS is still an access point for Ira, so that would be Milwaukee County Transportation System.
Yeah.
So that would involve what? Are we talking bus stops? Are we talking train stations? What are we talking here?
I believe the bus stops, and then they had a number of beer gardens across the county too that were Ira access points.
What do you need when you're in the beer garden? What are you using Ira for?
Because they're inside of a park, so to use it to get to the beer garden in the park, and then maybe to find a chair.
It's like, hey, does this beer look tasty? Would that be
well, maybe we'll get more beer.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, I like it. Yeah. So some good use cases for Ira, but we were talking Case of Vision, and I have to say it looks pretty cool. Now, it looks like, so when you fold out the stand for near magnification, that's just using the iPhone camera, and it's just kind of propping the iPhone up at an angle.
Yeah.
Now, it looks like it doesn't give you too much height, and so, the downside to that is you're not going to fit a lot of text on the screen.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be great for longer reading tasks, but just for menus, which they highlighted in the video, something like that, it could be good.
Quick spot reading,
Yeah, and then they also have the fold-out mirror that you can use for the distance vision, so you could zoom in on things in the distance as well. It's $99, pretty cheap, so might be worth checking out. Magnetically attaches, which is nice, and it folds flat, so you can just leave it on the phone all the time, and that way you've got a portable electronic magnifier ready to go. Pretty cool stuff. Julie H says, when you are walking to the bus stop or from the bus stop to your destination, that's when you can use Ira.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, that is typically the hardest part of public transportation, right?
Yeah.
Getting to the bus stop and leaving the bus stop. Being on the bus is usually pretty easy.
Yeah, well, not if you're me, because I was doing this under blindfold recently, and I feel like I was causing chaos. Trying to get off the bus under blindfold was a whole experience, I have to say.
Well, more practice, my friend.
Practice makes perfect, so they say.
I watched last night in my YouTube feed. I got a body cam video.
You love those videos.
And it was of a guy on the bus, and he beat up a blind person, a blind woman.
What?
Yeah, it was the craziest
Wait,
thing
who
I've
was
ever
wearing
seen.
the body cam?
Well, the cops when they got there.
Oh, okay, sorry, that makes sense. I thought the guy
fact.
who was beating up the lady was wearing the body cam.
No, it was the cops when they got there. But I thought that was very interesting. I've not seen that before.
What happened there?
He, I guess, was yelling at some other people on the bus.
Okay.
The woman who was blind turned to him and said, like, stop doing that.
Right.
Don't yell at them. And then he started punching her.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was, obviously, there were some other issues going on.
Yeah. Keep safe out there, people.
Yeah.
Keep it safe.
Especially if you're blind.
Yeah. Or if you're not, I think everybody should keep safe.
I rode the bus. I can say I've never had an issue on the bus.
Yeah.
I think
you've probably ridden it quite a lot.
I did. I think it is the exception to the rule.
There you go. All right, let's take a look at one more thing here, and then we're going to wrap this up. This is another Braille display. This is from Selvas, previously known, Cory, as...
Hymns.
Correct. They changed their name to Selvas, and they have 3 new Braille Sense 7 displays. We have a 32 cell, 40 cell, and a 20 cell. Now, I believe that this is based around, is it on a Windows platform now?
I do not know. It is replacing the Braille Sense 6. It is one of the, there's really 2 note takers, I think, left in the space at this point. There is the Selvas Braille Sense, and then the Humanware. They have their Braille
They have
note.
a new one. What's the new one?
Revolution? Evolution? Evolve?
Evolve.
Yeah, something like that.
And we're having Rachel on the show to talk about that as well.
Yeah, she'll be coming up in May, I do believe.
Yes.
So yeah. Anyways, I think the Braille Sense 7 is their next version.
Now,
but
I'm looking
I
at
believe
it.
it's Android.
No,
based,
it is Android. Yes,
yeah.
running Android 15 has access to Google Gemini, so you can long press on the home button to get Google Gemini, which is their AI. And yeah, I'm not really sure what's good about it, other than it's new and it looks cool.
Well, I think it's updated. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it's you know. I think those that want and need a Braille note taker, I think it's a good option for people, especially if you're, you know, I never was a note taker user. I always found that utilizing a Windows-based laptop made more sense to me. But the more I work with high school students and stuff, I do see that there is an absolute benefit to using a note taker, especially if you're a heavy Braille user. It makes a lot of sense. It's one device instead of carrying a laptop and a Braille display. I think the learning curve is significantly lower. You're not learning a full screen reader. I think the device itself is easier to use, yet you're still getting access to the full Google platform, which most schools are. So I think it serves a very good purpose.
You made a good case there.
Yeah.
You made a good case for vision.
I'm making a case for note takers.
Very good. Well, I think on that note, we should probably end the show. Those were the new things. That's what we got. If you know about anything else that's new, well, you should have told us in the comments. So shame on you if you didn't. But that's the end for today. As Cory said, in 2 weeks' time, we will be having... Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen.
It does as soon as you cut.
Oh, my goodness me. Okay, I apologize for all the music there. I'm still getting used to our new setup here, but anyway, as I was saying,
yes.
In 2 weeks' time, we will be having on Jay Cormier or something like that.
Cormier
from iDaptic. He'll be talking about the new i7 wearable, which is a new wearable that has AI integration, because of course it does in 2026. And then I can actually tell you, so 2 weeks after that, Cory, we'll be having Carrie on the show from Carry On Accessibility. Yep. Always a pleasure to have Carry On.
Always fun.
Yep, she is a great lady, and she, of course, has her own YouTube channel, Carry On Accessibility. So if you haven't checked that out, do check it out, but make sure you come back to us as well. And then May 7th, we do have Rachel Ramos on from Humanware. She'll be talking about the Evolve, but then anything else new that Humanware have got going on. So we have a lot of exciting shows coming up. I hope that you will join us. Make sure that you are here in 2 weeks' time, 11 a.m. Central, for the show with Jay from iDaptic. And until then, everybody have a wonderful time, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And that's a wrap for Tech Connect Live. We made it through the whole show, and we're still streaming. For more awesome tech content, head over to techconnect.vision-forward.org. See you next time.